How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to World of Tanks. You guys missed me saying World of Tanks, so here it is. Today I welcome you to yet another different episode, but quite an interesting one that actually took a lot of time to make, so hopefully you enjoy it. So what you are going to see today is another episode from a mini-series called The Maximum Possible or The Best Possible. I already have a couple episodes from this series like The Maximum Possible View Range or The Maximum Possible DPM in this game. If you haven't seen those episodes, please go check them out. But my today's episode is going to be about reload time. I am going to show you the fastest possible reload times tier by tier. So you are going to see 10 different tiers. Starting from tier 1, I am going to show you the fastest reloading tank in that tier and all the way up to tier 10. And at the same time we are going to figure out the fastest possible reload time, because on every single vehicle I am going to use all the boosting equipment units that boosts your reload time. For example, Brothers in Arms. I am also using that adrenaline rush on my loader, and after first testing we are going to get our vehicle's HP down to under 10%, so the reload time is going to be a bit faster. And of course I am using improved equipment units as well, because we are on the test server, so I am able to test this stuff out, and premium food of course together with directives. And finally, talking about the modules, we are here to find out the fastest firing tanks tier by tier. So if the gun has to be a stock gun, then it is going to be a stock gun, because all we are interested is how fast this gun can fire. Hopefully everything is understandable now and we can jump right into the action. But before, I have to give huge shout out to Wompbutt, nice nickname by the way, for helping me out with today's episode. Thank you for spending your valuable time over here with me today. Like, it took quite a nice time to record all those clips. At first we didn't get going it so fast, but at the end it actually turned out to be super easy. So Wompbutt, thank you for helping me out over here. Shout out to you. So let's get the show going with tier 1, of course, where we can find good old light tractor, or LOL tractor as we all know it, which is using 3.7 cm KWK36 L46.5 gun. And this gun is also on tier 1 Chinese light tank NC31, so they both have the exact same rate of fire or reload time. Stock reload time 2.3 seconds, which is the fastest in tier 1. So I am boosting it with Brothers in Arms, of course, adrenaline rush as well when my HP is under 10%, but we are testing it out with every single vehicle as well. Equipment wise, I am using improved ventilation together with ventilation directive and food, because this series is called The Maximum Possible, so we have to know the maximum possible reload time in tier 1. And I am not using tank gun rammer. Actually, the equipment loadout and crew setup is exactly the same in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3, because we do not have tank gun rammers in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. The only thing equipment wise that is boosting my reload speed is ventilation, so ventilation directive on the top of that. So after all this, I was able to boost my reload time down to 1.98 seconds, which is the best. And after activating adrenaline rush that you are seeing on the background at the moment, the fastest possible reload time in tier 1 is by LOL tractor or NC31, which is 1.78 seconds. And over here you can see it compared to the stock version of LOL tractor with the same gun, without any crazy equipment units or crew skills and so on. By the way, all the comparisons in every single tier is going to be the exact same way compared to the stocker version of this tank. So moving on into tier 2, where we can find D1, which is tier 2 French vehicle with 1.5 seconds stock reload time, 25mm gun and 1.5 second reload time, which is already crazy enough. But boosting it, I was able to get it down to 1.35 seconds after activating adrenaline rush skill, 1.21 seconds. And you can see that difference compared to the stock version. This difference is actually pretty crazy. Just look at this thing going. It fires more than twice as fast as Batchat between every single shot. for example. But moving up by 1 tier, and I mean literally by 1 tier in the exact same tech tree, next vehicle D2. This is the fastest firing tank in tier 3 with the exact same gun, but this time for some reason 1.7 seconds stock reload time. Boosted to the max 1.55 seconds, and after activating Adrenaline Rush perk 1.4 seconds. So D2, the fastest firing tier 3 tank in this game. Congrats, you're better than AMX38. But moving up by 1 tier into tier 4, where we can find B2640. And finally I can talk about tank gun rammers as well. So starting from tier 4, this is my reload time boosting equipment, Brothers in Arms, Adrenaline Rush once again, improved ventilation, improved tank gun rammer, together with food and tank gun ramming directive to get the fastest possible reload time. So stock reload time on B26 is 2 seconds, boosted reload time 1.48 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush 1.33 seconds. In tier 4, 1.33 second reload time after Adrenaline Rush is not bad, guys. Indeed. And we already have next fast firing tank in the alley, which is the fastest firing, or one of the fastest firing tier 5 tanks. Together with Churchill 1, Crusader has 2.10 second reload time with QF 2-pounder Mark 10 gun. Boosted to the max, you are able to get it down to 1.55 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush perk activation, it is 1.4 seconds. In tier 5, to fire after every 1.4 seconds compared to the stock version is quite a significant difference, almost twice as fast. God damn. Moving up into tier 6, where we have MT25. Yes, luckily MT25 made it into the list. And here you can see the comparison between stock version and boosted MT25. Stock reload time 2 seconds, boosted reload time 1.48 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush it is 1.33 seconds. After every 1.33 seconds, yes, you can be super annoying. God damn. Anyway, moving on once again, let's see who is next. Next up we have the fastest firing tier 7 vehicle, which is A44 with 57mm ZIS-4 gun. Stock reload time 2.3 seconds, boosted reload time 1.7 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush kicks in 1.53 seconds. Yeah, that fast reload time is awesome and all that, but just imagine how long time it takes to kill one tier 9 vehicle, for example, even with 1.53 second reload time, which is actually quite ridiculous. But 85 alpha damage, god damn. But moving on once again. Next up in the alley we have Pershing, tier 8 medium tank from USA with a 76mm M1A2 gun, which is actually not a stock gun on Pershing. Stock reload time, however, is 3.30 seconds, boosted reload time 2.44 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush 2.2 second reload time in tier 8. Of course, once again, alpha damage is not the best, 115, but it is not as bad as 85 in tier 7. Although I have to say, I was almost 100% sure that in tier 8 from tier 8 we can find one of those British tank destroyers with crazy DPM, but 8015 is actually in the second place with a 3.60 second stock reload time. So go figure. Anyway, tier 8 Pershing. Well done. Moving up by 1 tier into tier 9, where we can find E50. Not bad, E50, you are the best at something at the least. And while Pershing didn't have to use the stockest gun, E50 has to do it. 7.5cm L70 gun. Stock reload time 3.5 seconds, boosted reload time 2.59 seconds, and after Adrenaline Rush 2.33 seconds. So this is E50. By the way, E50 is dominating reload time in tier 9. Second place went to the E50 as well. Fourth place went to the E50, and sixth place went to the E50 as well. This is crazy how many gun options E50 has, and it is really dominating that reload time part. So once again, E50, the fastest firing tier 9 tank in this game. Moving on into the tier 10. What do you think, guys, which tank it is? Of course, it is our newest tier 10 medium tank K91. Stock reload time is already crazy enough, 6.3 seconds. Boosted reload time, boosted to the max, 4.66 seconds with 320 alpha damage and 276 penetration. And after adrenaline rush, 4.2 seconds. 4.2 seconds, but in my opinion 4.66 seconds is already crazy enough, and there are a lot of players out there who are able to achieve it quite easily. They have improved ventilation, they have improved tank con rammer, and if they use that directive as well, tank con rammer directive, then 4.66 seconds is super easy. Anyway, the fastest firing tank in tier 10 is K91, and when boosted to the max, when everything is activated, your reload time is 4.2 seconds. I do not know what you are going to do with all that information from today's episode, but here it is. And by the way, the overall winner is tier 2 D1 with 1.21 seconds. This is the fastest possible reload time in this game, with standard cons, of course. Second place goes to the B26 and MT25. Both those tanks, they had 1.33 second reload time. Third place goes to Crusader and D2 with 1.4 second reload time, and after that it is A44. Yeah, and after that it is LOL Tractor and so on. So, ladies and gentlemen, a bit different episode for you today. I hope you enjoyed it somehow, and if there are any more maximum possible or interesting episodes you would like to see me doing, then please let me know in the comments down below. I thank you for spending your valuable time over here with me today, but now I am exhausted. It is time to end today's episode. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.